Welcome back in one of the Bears Wrap Up Plays YouTube channel. Today is Saturday, December 21st, and I'm back breaking down some Saturday afternoon college basketball. We have an exciting slate of games everywhere. College basketball, NBA, NFL, college football. We've got top 25 matchups in college basketball to look at, though. We have Purdue going up against Auburn as one of the plays. Then I'm going to take a look at Ohio State going up against Kentucky. Before we get into those plays, let's take a look at the Friday night action we had. Got a lot to say about these two games. St. John's minus 6.5. They hit a buzzer beater to win the game. No Bryce Hopkins. I've said this before. I should just take the home team, especially a home dog. It's the easiest bet in sports. College basketball is extremely hard to bet on. Home dog in college basketball is maybe the most profitable bet ever. So that was a bad pick. Hand up. Dayton plus 3.5. Had a chance late, cut up to 4 points. I don't want to say poor officiating because they were playing like that the entire game, but they definitely let them play in that favorite Cincinnati. Dayton's a very good defensive team as well if they want to play that way, but what I didn't like from Dayton is that they got down by 6 points, and they were trying to draw contact. They were trying to draw fouls. When the refs didn't call a foul with 24 seconds left, Posh Alexander went in, he fell down, he lost the ball. Cincinnati got the ball back and wrapped it up. Him and multiple of his teammates were complaining to the refs, hands up, where's the call, where's the call? They did it on the defensive side as well when it was a 4-point game, asking where the call's at. You should not be asking for calls in college basketball. You are an 18-year-old and a 19-year-old, 20-year-old. Play the game. The calls will come. You asking for a foul instead of jumping on the ball down by 6 with 26 seconds left is unbelievable. These NBA players are setting a horrible standard because in the NBA, every single time somebody is touched, they look at the ref, say, where's my call? That's what Dayton was doing in this game. It was disgusting, and I'll never take them again because of just that one thing right there. Players arguing with the refs for calls when you're in a 6-point game with 30 seconds left. Couldn't believe my eyes. Poor coaching. Horrible decision-making for Dayton. And, I'm done with Dayton for a little bit. Jizzle James had a good day, over 10.5 points, got most of his points from deep, which is rare. He didn't do that for most of the year so far. Had most of his points from deep. I think he finished with 16, 14, somewhere around there. Luis Rios Jr., over 4.5 rebounds, finished with 5 in the game. That one was like minus 130, but still took the 4.5 because I got greedy last time and I lost. Good thing I didn't get greedy this time and I won. So we're going to take the 2-2 day. 2-2 days, keep us afloat. Makes us keep on firing and going into Saturday, going on the weekend. 2-2 days are kind of okay because, you get your money back and you just reload and fire away right away. So let's go to this game. We have Purdue going up against Auburn. I think Auburn's going to kill them in this game. We do have someone questionable for Auburn, Johnny Brome. That is going to be a massive blow if he does not play. If he does not play, the play is still going to be Auburn. I do not think this Purdue team is very good. I've said that multiple times this season. I said that whenever Texas A&M went on the road to face off against Purdue, took A&M outright. They were plus 2.5. Easy win in that one. Purdue made it interesting late, but really there was never a doubt A&M was going to win that game. Purdue without Zach Edey is not a good team, and it's kind of crazy to say that. Well, I guess it's not because they literally just threw the ball to Zach Edey every single play, and he'd just turn around, get a foul call, or make a hook shot. He'd get every single rebound. He was just an absolute nightmare mismatch for everybody else. But Purdue this season, they don't have that. They have Trey Kaufman Wren, who is scoring 18.2 points per game. He's not Zach Edey. He's 6'7". They've got the 2 guards from last year as well. They're playing okay. They're not outstanding players. They just play overall okay basketball. Nobody else really helps Purdue, and it's just those 3 guys against the world. If they stop those 3 guys, Auburn's going to dominate in this game. Again, if Johnny Brome does not play, that's going to be a big miss. But Auburn has 5 players this season averaging double-digit points per game, nearly 6 players averaging double-digit points. Actually, they do have 6 players averaging double-digit points per game, nearly 7 players averaging double-digit points per game. So this team, they are deep. They are, one of the deepest teams in college basketball. Alabama was up there until the injury to right cell. But this Auburn team, they're good. They play defense. Love myself some Bruce Pearl. They're going to be at home in this game. Give me them against the spread as the play here. Next play, we're going to go to Ohio State going up against Kentucky. I have Ohio State staying in this game, but I want to switch and take Kentucky against the spread. Do what I say, not as you see. I'm going to take Kentucky against the spread. Let's see if we can find a spread for this game really quick. I do apologize. I was watching the Indiana game and decided to start because I was getting sick and tired of watching Indiana suck at football. Auburn, who is going to be minus 8.5. That kind of tells me Johnny might be playing. So that's kind of a good sign. Then we have Kentucky minus 8.5 as well. That's a lot of points. They're at home, though. I'm taking Kentucky. I'm taking Kentucky minus 8.5. I will switch it up. Kentucky this season, they've been great. They've got scoring all over the court. 6 players, double-digit points per game, 91.3 points per game. That is the highest in college basketball this season. They have had no slip-up so far besides the Clemson game, which was kind of a weird slip-up, but they had the slip-up against Clemson on the road. Had a great win against Gonzaga at home. They beat them by 1 point in overtime. They've just been killing some of these teams, and they're putting up a ton of points per game. They've got scoring all over the place. For Ohio State, they have struggled at times. This is a team who's scoring 80 points per game. Doesn't really feel like it because I remember just it's tattooed in my brain watching them try to play Auburn in that game. They lost 91-53. It's just tattooed in my brain. Also, the game against Texas A&M, they had like 6 points in the first 10 minutes of the game. Also tattooed in my brain. I know this team can score. The stats say that they can score, but I just don't know if they can keep up with Kentucky. I am going to switch the play here. Obviously, you can see it's 79-80, but I think Kentucky can put up 90-plus points in this game against Ohio State. Typically, Ohio State does play pretty good defense. It just hasn't really been there this season, and Auburn did put up 91 points on them. So I think Kentucky did the exact same thing. I'm going to take Kentucky here, minus 8.5 as the play. Let's go over to the player props. We are going to stick with Ohio State player prop. It's going to be Bruce Thornton to go over his total points as the play here. Kentucky defensively this season, they haven't been great. You see the numbers there at the bottom right. Opponent shooting percentage is pretty good. That's actually above the middle of the pack, 39.4% from the field, but they're giving up 71.6 points per game. A lot of that's due to turnovers. 151st in total defense this season. I do think Ohio State will be able to score. I just don't know if they're going to be able to score 90-plus like Kentucky can. Bruce Thornton is going to be the play here over his total points. He's currently scoring 14.8 points per game. Probably going to get this at 13.5, maybe he's 14.5, but he is the second leading scorer on this team. Has a pretty good shooting percentage this season. He doesn't take a lot of attempts, which is kind of worrisome because I love taking shot volume, but very effective from the field this season. 52.5% from the field. That is 7% better than his previous 2 years with Ohio State. He's also still getting himself to the line, 4.4 free throws per game, and the three-point percentage is where we're seeing the most improvement, 48.7% from deep. He's just been very shot selective, and whenever he takes a shot, he typically makes it. He's been the best player for Ohio State on the season, in my opinion. He's definitely the leader of this team. I think he will go over his total points going up against Kentucky, just trying to keep up with that Wildcat offense. So give me Bruce Thornton here over his total points as the first play. For the second play, this one's going to be a little bit questionable because Johnny Broome is questionable coming into this game, but they are minus 8.5. That's kind of telling me that they're going to be playing him, and I don't think it'd be 8.5 if the best player for Auburn was out. Maybe, but because Purdue is that bad, and I will back Purdue is that bad, but maybe he doesn't play, maybe he doesn't play. I'm going to take the over rebounds. Johnny Broome is coming off a game where he only played 4 minutes. He got injured in that one, but Johnny Broome is also scoring 18.1 points per game, 11.5 rebounds per game. I do think this will be at 10.5 or 11.5 rebounds. And if you take a look at the game log against Ohio State, 27 points, 20 rebounds going up against Ohio State. This is a guy who's not afraid to clean up the glass, and we have seen that against some of the top-tier teams this season. Going up against Memphis, Duke, and Ohio State over the last 3 games. That's been the best 3 opponents over the last 5 games. He has had 12-plus rebounds in all 3 of those games. Purdue this season, I already said they don't have a Zach Edey anymore. They've got a big white kid, but he only plays 12 minutes per game. I think Johnny Broome will be cleaning up the glass in this one. Purdue this season has been getting a lot of their points from the three-point line and from mid-range. They're not very effective on the inside anymore without Zach Edey, so I do think missed shots will be happening in this game. These are college players, after all, not NBA players. Not every shot goes in. So I'm going to take Johnny Broome in this game over his total rebounds. Hurt or not, he's going to clean up the glass. Going to take him over 11.5 probably rebounds as the final play of the day. Let's go to the recap graph. We're going to take Auburn minus 8.5. Going to switch Kentucky minus 8.5 at home, 90-plus. Let's take the – no, let's not. Let's not add. Kentucky minus 8.5 as the play. Was going to take the team total, but I'm not going to add. Johnny Broome, over 11.5 rebounds, most likely going up against Purdue. And then Bruce Thornton, over his total points, probably going to be 13.5 as the final play there. Guys, it's going to do it for the college basketball picks and props for Saturday, December 21st slated games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please share dropping this video and subscribe channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.